Hello, 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 everyone. Yes, it's another drive-in Saturday, the latest in a series. I think we're on number 14 or 15. I can't remember which one it is. I have some gouache. I was thinking about doing some gouache today. I got a number of gouache colors, nice and dried out, but of course we can reconstitute them with water. And also have my Hemi gouache over there, but I thought I'd start out anyways. I just got this in the mail. I wanted to show it to you. Recently, I did a book on the Dollars mythology book, and I just got this in the mail because when I was showing that off, and I had an older version. In fact, I got that one for. Well, now I'm not sure. I think I got that one when I came here, but my kids had the hard. Got one from the library that they just gave him too, but I remember getting it at the library when I was a kid. So I was looking on Amazon for some of the other ones that I remember, and I remember getting this one from the library as well. And by the way, they are super cheap. Let me see if I'm gonna hide I'm gonna hide my address. But I don't know if you can see that. That was the price, $4.13 for this book, and the shipping was almost as much at $3.99. It says visible markings and wear and some corner dings. Like, I cannot tell at all. This book is in incredible shape. Oh yeah, there's a little bit. Looks like I might have even done that. I have no idea. You know what I mean? But it's got that Dollars style. And by the way, I figured out how they're doing the art. I'm like, what the hell is this art? Like, I remember it distinctly. There's one picture of a kid looking through the eye of a troll that he stole, and I ran across it, and there it was. And I thought, oh, I remember this. I remember this distinctly. And I was trying to figure it out, and they just go ahead and tell you on the last page here. The black drawings in this book were drawn in lithographic stones, one of the earliest methods of reproduction. And the ones in color are done with acetate overlays. And I looked up online like how it's actually done, and it checks out. Like, this is exactly what they come out looking like, with the color ones especially. And that's what gives it this distinct color. The first thing that's done is there's a yellow plate that goes down. After the yellow plate, the red plate. After the red plate, a brown plate, right? And so on until you get to the final, which is like a gray plate that goes on that does shading. And sometimes they don't do the gray plate. But that's that style. I mean, they're so cool. They were pretty much doing books by 1980. They did them in the 60s and the 70s. And so these books are very cheap now because they're considered outdated. But to me, they're classics. And I've always quite loved them. Anyway. Yeah. Published by the New York Review of Books. This was published in 1972. Dollars Book of Trolls. And I have a couple others coming in the mail that are not that one, but are another one. Now, for what I plan on doing today, I made these little cards and painted them. Well, I penciled on them. The idea here being, I wanted to get them on in my sketchbook, and and we're almost done with this sketchbook. Each of these will fit, and they'll just fit in there. And I've already done a couple like that, so they'll fit right in. All right. So without further ado, which one should I do first? I'm going to start with Coco the Clown here. It is Coco. I got it wrong. I said to somebody it was Bimbo the Clown, but Bimbo is another Fleischer Comics character, or Fleischer Studios animation. Coco was sort of a friend of Betty Boop's. But he didn't start that way. He just started as just a character. All right. So anyways, I'm taping him right down to my surface. This isn't the actual surface of the table. There is a There's a table. There's like a little pad, like a desk pad. And then there's this. My girlfriend just got home from Atlantic City. How did you do? How did you do in Atlantic City? You say you won some money.
Yes.
Was it a lot of money?
It was relatively a lot of money.
That's pretty cool.
It was close to me.
Oh, your dad.
And $5 of it on the parking. And then let's see, about 100,
Oh, you really did win some money. Wow.
40, 50, 155 minus the park.
$155. That's pretty good for a day's work, right?
Yeah. And it wasn't anything phenomenal. It wasn't like one wonderful hand.
It was on multiple games
was
of Pai Gow.
Good, steady
You're on.
winning,
Okay.
earning.
I'm gonna try and. Oh, it's all my
I
stuff
won-
is dry.
we played 4-card. I was winning 4-card. We played Texas Hold'em. We both lost. We moved over to Pai Gow. I just won. I won all but 2 hands. I just sat there.
Fair enough.
But on the way home, there was a huge downpour, thunderstorm, and a tree fell on the highway.
Well, that would slow things down.
So I'm home.
So she said on the way home from Atlantic City, a tree fell down on the highway. And it's a couple hours away, so that's kind of a
2.5
big journey.
hours made
Into much longer.
a lot more.
All right, I'm looking at Coco here, and I want to do him with a yellow background, and I'm going to do him in his traditional black and white, not much more. Now I might do some shading. I'm just going to use this color yellow. I'm not even going to play. So with this. Unfortunately, I'm not following all of the great advice I've gotten about how to do gouache, and not because I don't want to follow the advice. It's just because. So when I talk about the advice, we're talking about one of the things to get a really nice smooth look without a lot of brush strokes. You got to kind of thin down your first layers. Number one. And then use as few brush strokes as possible, because your brush strokes are going to remain in the painting at the end. And like sometimes that's an okay thing. Like you can kind of play that off into a pattern. But it's not always possible. Now I'm also trying to make this my thinnest layer, and then as we put in our other layers, we're going to go up from there. The other thing we have to do in order to be successful at gouache, which we really dearly would like to be, is what's the other rule? To be successful at gouache, bottom layer is the thin layer. What is it? I know it's something. Oh, we got to let it dry. We have to let this, like, once we do this background layer, we got to let the whole thing dry, and that's it. So I know that will be boring. So what we're going to do is we're going to start some other paintings while this one dries. So, and you'll notice it's taped down. So I'm not going to be removing the tape. I'm just going to tape. I'm going to move my stuff off to the side a bit. We'll try and do another one. And if that don't work, we'll get the iPad out. All right. But I'm very new to gouache. I'm not very good at it. I'm cognizant that I should not be treating it as if it's watercolor, and yet I've done so much watercolor that that's what my mind sort of reflexes back into. Oh, make it like a watercolor, you know? part of me even wants to outline it with a pen, which I don't think I should do. I'm going to try not to. I'm going to try and actually get like a paintbrush and outline it with a paintbrush, because you can. You know, I'm an okay enough inker. Okay. Hey, thanks a lot, dude. How's it going, TD? What's the eek about? Oh, it must have been about the tree falling across the highway. Hi there. Yeah. I have inked whole things with just like inked with a brush and inked whole pieces, but I won't say that I'm great at it. It's one of those skills you got to do a lot, and I haven't done it enough, definitely. But I think if I keep my colors pure, and then if I just sort of trust the process, I should be okay. I'm still going to see my pencil layers just because I haven't gone completely opaque here. All right, let's just let him dry. That's the other big secret with gouache, as far as I can tell, is to let that first layer dry. So let's tape something else down. Oh yeah, that tree. That's a terrible story. All right, I got a mushroom and a centipede. And this character that Evan posted in the Gilded server. Oh, I got something on it already. A little bit of paint. What's her name? Let me look it up real quick. It's under Art Share. It's in our Picture of the Day. No, it's in Level Up. Picture of the Day, Image of the Day. Brima the Dark Prophet from Just Beyond. Okay. So I have her too, and I've already got some paint on it already. All right, so let's skip the mushroom down, and then we're just gonna pray really hard that we don't get our hands on cocoa while we're doing this. I saw this one dude on Instagram, and I think his name is Bricks, Briks. Maybe it's Bricks something. Let me look him up real quick while I'm doing this. And he does a thing where he does card-shaped pieces, and he starts by just doing kind of random or seemingly random mixed media splotches, and they're different stuff. And then he goes in. What's going on? I go on Instagram and I get like weirdo messages. Stop it, dude. Bricks. Let's see if I can find this Bricks person. Briks. It's called Bricks Loves You, right? And later on, I'll share the videos. But every one of the posts that he does actually is a video of the whole process. So sometimes it's markers, sometimes it's paint, sometimes it's seemingly something I don't know what it is. Might be pan pastel. It's right off stage, and it goes on in a strange way that I don't recognize. Waits till it dries. He puts them in this sort of geographic or geometric pattern, and then he goes in with like a micron and details it, and it always comes out looking good. I'd love to try that out at some point. All right, that seems like, and I'm getting a message from a crazy person. I'm going to go ahead and unfollow that person. Okay. All right, how are we going to do this mushroom? So this one's going to be like on the forest floor, and I've done a couple that are like this. So I think what I need to do is just figure out the palette and not go too hard, right? So let's start with a blue-green. Actually, I'm going to use this palette right here. This is all dried up, but I'm going to go ahead and use this blue, this shady blue, for the foreground, and then maybe like add some green in for the background. So let's just throw some water on it and see what comes out. It's kind of a chalky blue. I mean, that's all gouache is chalky, I guess. There's a little bit of purple in there. So that's the fun of ooh, and I'm getting shit all over. I'm getting stuff all over the other painting. Yeah, I like that color. That's kind of the fun. If you leave a little paint on your palette, and then you come back to it later, sometimes you get a little surprise for what your next thing is going to be, and you got to adapt to it. But I'm okay with that. I like the idea of adapting to it. I like it to be a little bit random. That said, I'm not an expert painter at all. I am very much a amateur painter. Okay, so let's see. So this is going to be a mushroom in the forest. Now I was over on Pinterest and I found these pictures of mushrooms, and I found, I think, what must be a fake Chinese website selling garden statuary, because they had this garden statuary, but some of it like at extreme sizes, like a 6-foot mushroom, and it was like $30. You know, and I'm like, that can't be real. Like they've identified the price point where somebody might go, yeah, okay, I might never get it, but I'll go ahead and see what happens. We'll find out. All right, so let's call that a background. Oops. Let's make sure we get it a little bit smoother. This is very watery. This is like a watercolor almost consistency. As we throw our successive layers of paint over the top of this, we're going to want to go heavier and heavier, right? We want to add more and more. Is that yellow? Maybe some orange. That's coming out gray. All right, let's add. Don't trust what I'm doing. All right, here we go. I want some real green in there. Some real green. Maybe a little bit more blue. This is a sapphire blue. So just cool colors, you know. Okay, that's all right. That's all right. Now, as far as our subject, like the mushroom itself, I'm thinking of the color mushroom, which is kind of like a ecru or an off-white, or like a warm gray, and then maybe like a pink or a purple for the top of the mushroom. And of course, we're going to have surrounded by forest, right? We can't just have this mushroom standing alone. In fact, we might even want to, I'm going to go up on the sides here a little bit. Okay, but same deal. We got to let the whole thing dry. Now let's take a look at our Coco the Clown. He's looking like he's getting dry, so hang on for a second. The other thing I should probably be doing is using a flat brush. I'm using instead a round brush. So I'm going to regret it. All right, hang on. Let me get a piece of paper towel. Did you give yourself a free day on the app, or did you?
No.
You stuck to the plan?
I did.
I went to Baja Fresh. That was pretty good. And I had the leftover curry. So have whatever you like, I guess.
So, and Dad gave me 300 cash for my birthday.
Oh, pretty good score.
Yeah. But I was driving home and the GPS says, warning, hail ahead.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, hail.
So the power, by the way, I should mention that. Earlier tonight, the power flickered, and actually it went off for like a second. It didn't stay off for a long time. In fact, not long enough for our clocks to reset. The Wi-Fi did go down, and like the lights went out, but it was just a flicker, a mere flicker. And I'm on a laptop, so I didn't really notice much. All right. Okay, looking at this, I know I want to go with black for Coco. But you know, it's hard to paint things in black. Let me find this picture of Coco for reference. I was thinking of doing, maybe I'll do them like in a charcoal gray, but with black for shading and stuff. Coco the clown. Originally, these cartoons were done black and white, but there was nuance. Maybe not a lot of nuance. Mostly in the backgrounds. Okay, I'm looking at it. It looks like his shoes are white, but most of it's black. All right, let's take a look. Which one is black? I think it's that one right there. All right, let's give it a shot. Well, let's do this. Let's do this. We're going to give him white, but we're going to just give him a little bit of, maybe like, yeah, so it's like, it's mostly black, but it's got like a little bit of white, so we got kind of a charcoal thing going on. All right. And we're just going to hope for the best, and hopefully I don't get paint all over my other painting. Let's put it right there. All right. So we're hoping for sideburns today. I sent him a link in Gilded if he's out there. But of course, no obligation. We never know who's going to make it. If you would like to make it, if you'd like to come on, let me know. I don't do a lot of like on-topic stuff, telling you how to live your life or whatever. Which some streams are all about that. I just want to make. I've got some of my green mixed over, but that's okay. We're gonna roll with it. How about that? All right, wait. I gotta have this picture of Coco up. Okay, Coco. I was thinking the collar was going to be white, but it's not. The only parts that are white are the pom poms, his hands, and his feet. So let's just stick with what we got. And the real reason I'm using a round brush is because even with a large round, and this is a, I don't know what size this is. It's not a 2. It's at least a 3. If you hold it vertical, you can get a pretty thin line. In fact, I have a round number 2 around here somewhere that I use for inking. I also have these pretty cool. They're like, I think they're Korean watercolor brushes that are pointed, and I know I have a couple of them sitting right over there. So we might switch to those when we have to do like the outlines and stuff. I have to admit, when I think of watercolor, I'm really thinking of big shapes. I'm not thinking of outlines. But when I'm thinking of inking and or drawing, of course, it's all about the outlines. I'm thinking about line weight and, you know, line quality. Did you get your, you want to make sure your lines are nice and smooth. All right, let's see. And I can already tell you that the trouble's going to become when I have to do those fingers. Then it's going to be trouble. I'm adding a little bit more black. And at the end of the day, this whole thing might be a fail. But it's just for a sketchbook, so that's okay. If you're going to fail, just don't sweat it too much. I think that should be more like a one. He's got kind of frilly sleeves. If you're lucky, you can kind of rely on, oh, but the drawing was good. The drawing underneath, so, that'll save me in the end. I'm not sure that I can for this guy, but I'm hoping it can. He's just such an iconic character. Oh, I wish I could paint better and get it smoother. I think if I put a little bit more thickness in there, like get it a little bit drier, a little bit thicker. It would kind of eliminate some of my uneven brush strokes. That are in there. All right. Now, I'm a little perplexed what to do about this line here, the crease line here. I think it's probably going to have to be yellow. I left the crease line there so I could show it as if it were a black and white thing, but it's not black and white. It's black, white, and yellow. You didn't think this thing through, did you? Hold on, where's that other paint? Oh, here it is. It's underneath. Get some more black in there. Of course, if worse comes to worse, we can always, the thing with gouache, you can always just sort of paint over it. It's got plenty of opacity. Oh, there he is. Hang on. Be right back. He's not here yet. We might have a guest soon. When. All right. I'm drawing some of that blue, actually, even. A lot of times, if you mess something up and then you paint right over it, you get to the excuse of saying, "Well, it's an underpainting." I'm making a joke here too because I've done both. I've actually tried to do underpainting, like I would work through a tutorial, and you do the whole underpainting, and then I've also screwed things up terribly, and then repainted the entire thing with a different color, and you still get a little bit of that original color peeking out, and you go, "Well, it's an underpainting." Now, I don't know how much of an underpainting it is when you tried to draw in black and then you drew black right over the top, so that's probably doesn't count. All right, let's see. Let me try and bring these feet in. Okay. He's starting to look good. I mean, he's going to be matte anyways. And I am going to actually paint white. I don't know if I want to leave it just white. That's what I would, if this was a watercolor, that's what I would do. He would be left with the white of the paper showing through as his white. But in this case, I don't think I have that luxury. I think with gouache, it's sort of all or nothing. I finished the third volume of the Floyd Gottfredson Mickey Mouse. And whoops. I didn't see that. And it was really good. The last story is the submarine pirates. It's really good. It's really early. Like Goofy is in it, but he's not called Goofy, and he's also not even a guest star. He is a he's not important to the story at all. More important is this other character, and I can't remember his name, but he's the mechanic, and he looks a little bit like the same species as Goofy. But he's real smart, and I'll have to look up what that guy's name is. All right, I should probably do his face in white before I start painting in features. And I can at least do the hat. I can hopefully not screw it up too much. All right. Thank you so much. Awesome. I'm trying to type. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for coming by, Dee Dee. Bye. Boom. All right. Oh, what happened? I think I may have lost my guest, but maybe he'll return. We're hoping he returns. All right, I'm taking off most of my paint. We're hoping these pom-poms come out looking okay. Even if they don't come out looking that great. There ain't much to it, right? There ain't much to it. Okay, so we're going to go the same direction with this, but I think I need to lay down some white first. So let's make sure my brush is clean. Okay, this looks like it's dry on the other side. Okay. We are just hoping and praying that this white works out. And I have to remember that gouache white is not the same as the white you're going to get in the paper, so it's going to look duller. But that's okay. I don't think we can help but make it a little bit dull, because that's the nature of gouache. All right, let's put a little bit on his hand. And this is where we're going to do the there's a little bit kind of the same thing going on here. The opacity is not great because of the thinness. They're literally painting white over black. Now there was a big sale at Michael's today, by the way. So I got some white pens. I got 2 white pens. Oof. Painting in the black caused the black to activate, so we're going to have to paint over that black. And we can't do that until it dries. I mean, I can kind of maybe try and lift it a little bit. I don't think it's going to lift. All right, that seemed to work. Anybody experienced with gouache is probably watching this and just screaming, "You're doing it wrong." I know I probably am. Yeah, no ego here. I actually do think I'm doing it wrong, and I wish I knew how to do it better. Unfortunately for me, I only learn by doing, so I have to do it over and over again and kind of learn from my mistakes. Oh, that came out brighter than the other side. Okay. And you get a thin, like a 10 millimeter pen stroke, but I'm not quite getting it. Almost, right? Almost. Like I said, in the end, it's just a sketchbook. Sketchbooks are meant to look messy. If you look at my sketchbook and go, wow, his sketchbook is so nice, it's really not. I mean, I love looking at the flips of the aesthetic sketchbooks and stuff. I think those are a lot of fun. But okay, let's leave this for now and let it dry. Let the white dry. I need to do some creases in his shoes. I can use black to tighten up this lines, and I need to do black to do his face. We're going to leave that for right now. Let's start on this guy. For this guy, I want to use this sort of off pink color. I think this is meant to be a flesh tone, but we're going to use it for a mushroom tone. And paint the stem a bit. Now you can see how watery I am because my pencil strokes are still in there, but that's okay. We're going to leave that be and just let it dry. Now I am going to do an underpainting. So this is me telling you before I do it, so you know it's not an accident. All right, he's back. He's back. How about now? Let me go to 1 second. This is now okay. I would like to bring you in. Yep. Okay, here we go. Hang on, it takes me a while to set things up. Ladies and gentlemen, there it is.
Hello. That's not too bad.
My favorite.
Oh yeah, she would do my work.
Yeah, okay. All right, enough.
Yeah.
They hardly applaud me at all these days.
It's been so long, you know.
Yeah. All right. Oh wait, shit! Come on.
Oh
Right,
shit!
sorry.
Shut
like
up, all you!
It's the looper. Like it just keeps looping. Am I doing a bit? What's going on? All right, it stopped. It stopped. How's it going?
Yeah, all right. Yeah, hopefully you can hear me. Is it all right?
I can hear you. Yep, I can hear you. I saw you this morning playing that climbing and jumping game. That was crazy. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And then you fell, and I was like, "Oh no!"
Yeah.
But it was like one of the last things you did before you kind of shut it off.
Yeah.
So.
I kind of got to a point where like even if I get to this like platform thing, and it would take me up to the midpoint apparently. But even that got a bit like boring after a while. Just when you make that much progress, when you're like playing a game, and um like when you reach the adequate playtime, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eventually, you just have to just turn it off.
Hmm.
Absolutely. All right.
Yeah, but I think I reached like this. I almost got to the summit, I suppose. Let's say
Is it
that.
like different levels? Do you have like different like levels and playing fields on it, or is it more like it's one big course for the whole game?
Well, you
It
don't
was really
get.
cool. I mean, I was liking the theme of it. Like there was like a money tree, and then there were like coins that you had to jump on. It was really interesting.
Yeah, you don't have to. You don't exactly start. You don't exactly die if you fail, but you can just fall off very high, start all over. That's and yeah, I think they have that platform there for people who just want to have fun, explore the game.
That's what I always like to do. Like I don't know if you remember Banjo Kazooie and those games. Like Banjo Kazooie, Diddy Kong Racing, like in the Nintendo
Yes.
era.
Mm-hmm.
It was a racetrack. Like there were things you were supposed to be doing. I like to go off the racetrack and just see what was hidden in there because a lot of times they put some cool stuff, in the backgrounds, and you had to kind of look for it. And you were losing the game, but you were finding interesting things. I used to love that.
Yeah.
All right, this is an underpainting, so I'm doing that on purpose. I'm only pointing it now because I'm going to paint over it, and everyone will think I was dumb. All right, I'll be right back. I got to get some fresh water.
How you doing, chat? Might go get a snack too. Be right back. Getting snackaroonies. Maybe Scooby's.
Yeah, no, it was just really good, steady, building wins. So I ended up coming away from Paigo with 600.
Wow. Man, that includes your starter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 3 start with 300, came out with 300, and Dad came out with 400 starting.
That's still pretty good. That's still really good.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm about to put my headphones on. If you said anything, I couldn't hear you because I had my headphones on. All right, here we go. There we go. Scooby Snacks. It's a chair stream. All right. All right. I want to draw in the background here on this mushroom one. We want to go a little bit darker with this blue. And we're just going to get like some overhanging trees that'll be in the background. And we're just doing them slightly curved. And slightly darker. I've been doing lots of stuff in my sketchbook. I'm on the last 10 pages. Or so. Might be 9 pages. So Getting it done would be a really cool thing. And I saw some really good advice. Well, in my opinion. Who is this from? They said, just stick with it even if it looks ugly, because all paintings have that ugly stage. I think it was it's not. It was. I'll have to look her up. She's a colored pencil lady, though. Like, that's what I mostly know her from, is colored pencil stuff. So just don't sweat it. Even if it looks ugly. Anyway.
God. Oh my god.
Let's not.
Anyway. All right, are we back? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god, my mom made all the honey cashews. I can't believe it. Oh god. So I'm gonna eat an apple like a loser. Anyway. Alright.
It's still good.
No.
No, not as good.
No.
I have
Probably very good.
I have these wasabi almonds that I really like, but you can't have too many of them because it's like 15 almonds is like 150 calories. Like, okay, so you could just eat almonds for a whole meal.
I think I do a honey roasted cashews. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to love honey roasted peanuts were big here for a while.
Mhm.
I haven't had those in a long time. All right, I'm hoping I use enough white just to cover up the pencil lines, but I have a strange feeling that I'm not. Well, what does it matter? I'm gonna repencil the lines in black paint. So don't worry about it, okay? Okay, here's what I'm hoping. I've got to make my blues darker on this forest floor. Maybe blue-green. Like this blue. Which is ultramarine.
What does your girlfriend think of your art?
She likes it.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
As far as I know.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Oh, how about like some purple? Okay. We're going to throw in some closer trees. That's not close enough. It needs to be darker. We need to go deeper. I found this website that's selling giant mushrooms. Did I tell you about this?
No.
They're selling 6-foot decorative mushrooms for your garden, right? And I'm like, oh, that's got to be like hundreds of dollars. Like, no, it's like $30, which makes me think it's fake. It's like maybe this is like a fake website or something, because there's just no way they're selling this giant mushroom for your garden for $30. I think it's a scam website, but I'll show you the picture of it because it's funny. It's got this girl standing underneath one of them. You should just have that indoors. You could have it like in your house, an area where these giant mushrooms just kind of hang out. One of them had like a place where you could put lights inside of it so it would light up. A light up mushroom. All right, what I also need is foreground. Okay, and then I got to go one level darker. Let's move into some black, some blue. Your mom's going to come and go, who ate the apples?
Or who ate all the honeycomb? Who had roasted honeycomb cashew? Yeah.
You had the answer like ready to go.
It was a whole container of them. I'm not kidding.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
Oh my god.
It's funny.
Yeah.
We have these discussions at my house too.
Jesus Christ.
I thought there was a cucumber here. Oh, sorry. And I'm the one who usually is the culprit. So. All right. Okay, that all seems to work. Now I'm going to try and this is an overpainting, so if it's dry, I'm going to go over it with like a lavender color. Maybe cool it down or heat it up. How about this lavender color, like with some white in it? Maybe some of that same blue. Anyways, what page are you on Duckling
40.
Star? 40.
Page 40.
Dang.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Nice.
Apples. Where's chat?
Chat is there.
Yeah, I see it.
All right. Continuing with the overpainting. Oh, wow, the blue really is coming through. And the stem. Ah, it comes out looking like a toddler painted it. What am I doing? All right. Give it a moment. We're going to keep going. Put that over there. All right, hold on. I'm going to put some soft music on over here.
It's okay.
Let's see. The usual. There we go. Oops. I have one panel left of page 13, 14. I can't remember which page I'm on. I think I'm on 13. And like I finished one this morning.
Mm-hmm.
But that still leaves that one last one. And then I have this problem with there's some setting in my computer that if there's, it's the one where it's like if there's no activity, eventually you get your screen blank.
Mm-hmm.
And it never happens except when I'm recording videos, because I always forget to move my mouse around a little bit. I've got to figure out how to disable it.
I think you can.
Yeah, I think I can too, because I'll be recording along and then the screen goes blank, but what happens is it also disables the camera, and the camera will go off, and that'll end the recording. And then most of the times that's fine. I could just, move the mouse, start it back up, and it's fine. Sometimes I lose the recording, so I had a couple of ruined recordings that way. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen anymore. All right. Coco's got some eyebrows.
Oh. Oh.
He's got like a chin. All right. Got you. Here we go.
Where's the damn... What?
All right. Not much else I have to do with Coco here. I think I might fix him up with white outlines with a gel pen, but I could do maybe a drop shadow or something behind him. Or I could do a stencil. Who doesn't want a stencil? The perfect stencil. Polka dots. I could totally do polka dots. Somewhere around here, I even have a stencil brush, but I may have misplaced it. I washed it this morning because I did some really kind of goofy stuff with it this morning. I did let's see if I can find where my sketchbook go? There it is. Okay. So this isn't great, but I did this character, but I did the background with a little stenciling in there, and that was a lot of fun. And I think I want to do something like that with Coco here. I just have to find the right tool. And I think it's right over there. Hang on. There it is. I do have the right tool. Aha. So if I can avoid Frisk getting out Coco, that would be cool. Well, let's see. I've got let's say I use this pink color. All right. We don't know if this will work, but we're going to try it. Okay. Maybe. Maybe not. I'm just going to hope for the best. Like some of the polka dots are not going to come in, and we're just going to do it kind of wet and stainy so it doesn't actually Like this one won't be very accurate. Oop. All right. It worked to the degree that we asked it to. All right. Now let me see if I got this. Pin rest. No. Trying to bring up Pinterest Netherlands. Oh, now the music shut off. The looping is turned off because I turned it off. Okay.
Yeah, I noticed turned off.
All right, here we go. We'll fix it up right here. I'm trying to bring up my 6-foot mushroom. I think is what it's called. Giant foam mushrooms. No, that's not it. It's like mushroom garden statue or something. I'm looking online to see if there's like a reference for me.
Unbelievable.
Oh, it's called I remember now. It's an extra Y. Spicedy.com. If I look over here in stop it. Hot sale, maybe. No? Oh, there it is. Oh, I just saw it and then I clicked off of it. There it is.
Share screen.
Okay. Are you still going to do a banner? I'm thinking about my banner that I'm going to do.
That's all right. It's your true. You decide really, but that's fine.
Well, no, I think I want to have like I don't know if there is a way to do it to set it up where it revolves, but I want to do this. These are some of the characters. I don't know if you can see this. Hang on. Let me go back to the thing over here. I came up with these characters and then this sort of Kid Bunga character. And I was thinking it'd be really funny to I was going to do a thing with these frog characters in a cafe kind of working on comics and things. I thought that would be fun.
That would be cool.
Yeah, like just kind of the cute aesthetic. I'm going to have them look kind of cute. All right, here we go. Where's my reference? I had it a second ago. What did I do? There it is right here. Okay. Open image in new tab. Bring the tab over to here on the other monitor. And that way I can see everything. Okay. And now I also see my problems. I need to have some white, more white. Like a white lavender, maybe? Something like that. Every new layer in gouache is potentially reactivating the layer underneath it, so what was I thinking? I'm hoping that'll. Need to make them thicker and thicker paint. One thing I really suck at is gradients. Did you have to do? You did like a whole art college, didn't you?
Art school, yeah.
Art
Funny.
school. But did you do much painting there?
Yeah. I did painting first, and then I wanted to go over to print media.
I think that might be my next thing I want to try and learn is how to paint a gradient. Because my gradients look very sad. Ah, look, it's activating. Don't do that. No.
It's activating.
I had it like almost completely done, and then suddenly this blue just came roaring in. So I'm gonna let it dry a little bit. I did not mean for it to activate. I want to get it like almost completely white, which it's never going to get there, and then kind of get darker until it gets dark in the middle, and then it goes back out to white on the edge. That's what I would like, but I just don't see it happening. I don't see myself getting that good. But we're gonna try. What's the worst that could happen? Sometimes you fail. That's just a fact of life. If this does dry out a little bit more, I'm going to go ahead and try and do. I've gotten all the way through it, and then like a little bit of blue from the under layer, like started to like bloom up from beneath. And it wasn't the whole thing, so I got it like, I don't know, a percentage correct, and then it was no longer correct. And then over the top of this, I want to paint like, little mushroom nodules and stuff coming off of it. I don't know if that's going to happen either. All right, I feel like I should pull up the tape on Coco here. Maybe I'll do this. Let me see if I can do the white outlines. The answer is maybe. Come on, you son of a gun. All right, well, I'm gouache challenged. All right. We're almost dry. I can always acrylic paint marker them. That would take all the skill out of it. And if there's one thing I should probably do is take the skill out of it. Because I cannot hang. All right, well, it's not coming in very opaque.
Oh, my hand's freezing.
How cold is it out there?
Well, it's not exactly cold. It's just when I use it, my hand's getting frozen a little bit. A little numbness, a little tingly. I'm nice and warm out here.
Ugh. I'm not gonna make it.
I bought some comics on Friday, and
What'd you get?
I got this one.
Oh, nice.
It's by
Dan to Dan.
the
Who's it by?
it's by one of the assistants on Chainsaw Man. He's got his own manga as
Oh,
well.
cool.
Yeah, could definitely tell. This one's a bit of fantasy. Yeah.
Drifting Dragons. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of reminds me of I always like the ones where they have the kind of like pseudo military stuff, like Attack on Titan,
Mm-hmm.
where they had kind of like a little army. That was
Mhm.
always cool.
And this one's like a Cinebook. It's like a beat Bond Destiny.
Oh, cool.
It's a European sort of comic.
Alpha, the Exchange.
Mm-hmm.
He's a young Muscovite.
Muscovite. I have no idea what that
Uh,
means.
Somebody from Moscow.
Muscovite. Oh.
So he's Russian.
Mm-hmm. Muscovite, though. I think he's a manager of an art gallery. Wait, what? Oh, that's not him. That's not him. It's the person in the photo. Oh, actually, I think I've seen these at a book fair once. I think I saw books like this done in this style. I'm interested. I'm interested to check it out.
Sounds very cool.
I think Marsh should recommend more like Asterix and Tintin, stuff like that.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Or at
absolutely.
least give them a look. BDs are not part of the conversation enough, I think.
He may not know as much about him. I would agree.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a whole world of unknown or largely unknown comics that are totally worth talking about.
Yeah.
I just found out about the pirate one. I think it's
I didn't know
Eric
what
the
you're talking
Red.
about.
It's a French one. I think it's called Eric the Red. They did a cartoon for it. I watched some of the cartoon on YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
but it's really cool
Nice.
because he's just like a pirate.
Hmm.
French pirate bande dessinée would be a good
Mhm.
Google search for it. Because he's not a good guy; he's a pirate, but he's also, kind of a good guy.
Mm-hmm.
But that's kind of like Harlock too. Like Harlock, also a pirate. All right, where am I going with this? Hang on. I'm trying to thicken this paint up. And then
I like how I guess South Korean. I think probably yeah. This Korean language has a lot of like circles in it.
Yeah.
Watch a Kim Jong Il kind of video. Apparently, it's his last schedule.
Oh, I saw that when it was his last thing that he did, where they did a video of it on Super Annie.
Yeah. Watch it right now.
All right. Well, that's an attempt at a gradient. I'm never gonna get there. All right. Let's get back to white. Oh, I just took out my entire thing. I'm going to give up here in a second and just go on to do something else because, well, maybe not. Hold on. All right. My poor gouache skills laid bare for all to see. All right. All right. Let's move Coco off for right now. The best part is always the tape pull. Oh, yeah. Oh, come on. The worst is when the tape pulls up the paper. But that didn't happen. That didn't happen today. Not today. Satan. Almost there. Come on now. All right. Okay, that's going in the book. He came out okay. A little bit juvenile, but what the heck.
He's in a sports stadium.
I wonder if I could do, which I could. I'm gonna do some blue-green. Go ahead.
No, I was like gonna say, I just wrote I wrote the the introduce myself kind of.
Yeah.
Don't usually like doing that, but I did it for the meme. Why not?
Do it for the memes.
Yes.
There's a lot of new people, so I think it's worth it.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of old faces, but people who were gone for a long time and are just now showing back up again.
Yeah.
And then there's a lot of new people, so all good. All right. I'm just going to hope for the best on this stupid mushroom.
Mm-hmm.
And if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. Okay.
You see that like Twitter is now called X. At
Yes,
least on the desktop version.
it is. I'm all about it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Xing on the X.com.
X gonna give it to you.
X gonna give it to you. Yeah. And you get paid for engagement now, so
Really?
yeah, so you can start arguments.
Oh no.
But it's not really like that because if you get enough negative engagement, the algorithm kind of takes care of you, sends you away.
All right.
You're deboosted. Which seems all right. I mean, I've already run into a couple of people that were kind of attempting something similar to that
Oh, cool.
in relation. Well, it was in relation to D&D, so it wasn't even that important.
Yeah.
I had the weirdest experience. I was over on. I don't know if you know about Temu. Do you use Temu in Australia?
Team.
You know what it is? Temu?
Team it. No.
No.
I probably haven't.
So it's this Chinese competitor to Amazon, but it's not really because Amazon has everything, and Temu basically just has like cheap stuff. And so I'm looking for like RV supplies, right? And I get. I'll have to share my screen because it's. Let's see if I can do the same search again. I get a charcuterie tray in the shape of the male anatomy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I swear, I'm looking for RV supplies.
Okay.
Temu.com, where is it? So I'm gonna see if I can do it again because it was funny. I'm like, guys, I don't know what I did wrong here. So it's like I go RV, RV trailer camper accessories, and I'm just gonna scroll down here and see if they give me the same stuff. And that's not the only time I saw something like that. There was another thing too that was another questionable. But it's weird because it's like they don't know it's questionable. Like when the ad is like placed there by a robot, because they're like, it's a charcuterie tray, you know.
Sounds like Wish.com.
You're gonna want this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's totally Wish.com. It's totally Wish.com. It's the exact same thing. I'm scrolling down and I'm not seeing it, and I can't remember what the other one was. But I had the same experience kind of on Amazon too, where I was looking at stencils, and I go, oh, okay, stencils are cool. And I look up a stencil, and it says botanical stencils, and I'm like, I like botanical stencils. That might be cool. I have some leaves or something, or flowers, something I could do in the background. And it's a marijuana leaf, right? But to make it really weird, it says appropriate for kids. And it has like a little girl, like a 4-year-old girl, and she's painting the marijuana leaf. And I'm like, this is wrong. Do they not know what that is? But anyway.
I thought someone was talking to me, but
oh no, sorry
wow,
about that.
That was weird.
Yeah, that's come on now. That's a bit inappropriate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Am I crazy to think that? Anyway.
Let's chat.
And some of it might be, you know, like, I was a linguist for several years, and we would see all kinds of funny English stuff in China, and I think it was other places in Asia too. But the ones in China were usually pretty funny. But I was in Hawaii one time, and I was walking behind an Asian couple, and the lady, who was an older lady, had like a Hawaiian shirt, but it was patterned, and it had the words patterned on it, and the words were aloha and fuck over and over again on her shirt. And I'm like, does she know what that is? And I even got a picture
That's
of
like
her, of it,
getting. That's like someone getting a Chinese tattoo and not knowing what it means.
and not knowing what it means, right? It's kind of the same thing, right?
Mhm.
I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't want to say anything, and I didn't, but I did get a picture of her. I said, "Can I get a picture of you?" And they're like, "Absolutely."
"All right."
So I did. I mean, just so I could say, "Hey, look at this."
Long.
All right. Yeah. I should not have this much color on my brush. Hang on. All right, here we go. Maybe. Well, I'm not doing a great job at this, but I am kind of enjoying the colors I'm getting. This is not good. All right, this painting may be a fail. We'll let it be what it is once we pull the tape off. Well, I'm about to give up on this. Oh. Okay. I think we may call it quits on this one, and then we'll come back to it later.
Mhm.
Because I don't think I've got a good plan for it. All right. The edges look good. Anyway, I have just enough time to do a single panel. The edges always make it's like a Polaroid almost when you pull the tape off.
Mhm.
Even if the painting sucks, you're like, oh, it's a Polaroid. The great temptation is, of course, just to ink over it with a felt tip pen or something. Like, oh, this is the line I meant to always be there. All right, where is it? I'm looking for my... Be right back. Okay, hang on. Boom. Well, oops. If this comic were done in chapters, this would be the end of chapter 2, and start of chapter 3 would come right afterwards. Meaning my chapters are about 8 pages long. I was talking to that Tyler.
Tyler
What's his
Carpenter.
last name?
Carpenter.
I'm not sure if that's him.
Draw
The
and
guy who
Talk.
does the girl with the mega fists.
Draw and Talk. Yeah.
Yeah, Draw and Talk.
Yeah.
That guy. And I was asking him, like, what do you make your chapters? Because he's really doing a manga like you. Like he's like focused on the manga thing, just as you are. And he goes 12 pages. He said, I did a bunch of different. I tried a bunch of different lengths, and he eventually settled on the 12 as being the right length for him.
Mm-hmm.
What are your chapter lengths, or do you have a set?
It's more so from experience, but like, normally for pages.
Yeah.
Well, this is just from, I guess. I might change it in the future, but it's 60 average so far.
Wow.
I'm
Awesome.
probably gonna cut that down to half at some point.
Of course, with your chapters, you're kind of doing. They're like sagas, because it's like the whole arena battle saga was that one chapter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
Oh.
you have them organized a little bit differently, I guess.
Yep.
All right, let's just see if I got the eyes the same size. Something I don't often do. All right. Yes and no, slightly. I'm close. Oops. I'm kind of thinking about. I'm not gonna do it anytime soon, but I want to get maybe a different bike or a new bike. Not a very fast bike either. I want to get a Honda Trail.
Mhm.
I think they're called Trail 125, or what is it? Trail 110. What's the new Honda Trail? They have the Super Cub too. I would get a Super Cub if I could. Trail 125. That's what it is. It's a badass looking bike. It's basically so the Trail 125 is a Super Cub that's been optimized for off-road.
Mhm.
So it's got the reliability of the street bike, but it's got knobby tires. It's got the leg shield removed.
Mhm.
Let's see if I can find one. So Honda Trail 125. And this year's look, I'm not going to get one this year, obviously, but this year's look is pearl green. Looks freaking cool. All right, come on, damn it. I'm trying to get it where I can open it up in a tab. Okay. Open image in new tab. That'll do. All right, so check this bike out. Hang on. If I click present screen, share screen. Can you see that?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's just a Super Cub. Like there's nothing. Well, there is a lot different. It's got some cool. It's got all the Super Cub features. You know, it's got the Super Cub transmission, and it's just got better tires, better shocks, ABS front and back, and they removed the leg shield, and they've got this springier fork, so you could take it off road if you wanted to, but it's street legal. So I just thought that would be really cool.
Nice.
Anyway, it only goes like 40 miles an hour. It doesn't go very fast. Which is kind of interesting to me because the Super Cub can go 55 miles an hour. And they have this thing called what's the new one called? The $1,800 motorcycle that Honda's selling now. It's basically got 10-inch scooter-sized wheels, but it's a motorcycle. And I can show you a picture of that one too. It's called if I go to the products, it's called a Honda Navi, like the Zelda creature. So I'd get a brown one. Where's this? Oh, open image in new tab. Okay, I'll show you the Navi. So this thing, hang on, present, stop screen, present, share screen. So that's the Navi. And so it's a motorcycle. It's not step through, but it's got scooter-sized wheels, so these are the scooter wheels. And as you know, as a scooter guy, so much more like nimble on the street. Like you could do figure eights in this thing without any problem. But this whole area in the front where it looks like it's kind of like an engine, that's a storage compartment.
Whoa, neat.
Yeah, so the engine is kind of rear-mounted. I don't know. I used to love my scooter, my Honda Metropolitan, and then I got a Super Cub, and that was like the best. Love that thing. All right, stop screen. I won't bother you anymore with the scooter nonsense. but it only weighs like the Navi weighs 235 pounds or something like that, or it's less than that. No, it's around there. It's like around 250 or 235. So like I don't know what that is. Why is it in metric in metric measurements? But you could get a cargo carrier on your on your truck or car rated for 500, right? So it wouldn't be even half. And so you could have your truck or car carrying the scooter like a little launch fighter thing, and just I think it's cool. I mean, obviously you could do that with the truck too, but you can't really have anything else in the truck when you do it. And it's always a pain in the ass getting shit into the truck. Those little cargo carriers are much lower to the ground. I don't have a truck. I have a minivan now. A Kia Sedona, which is called a Kia Carnival in your country. And I love that thing. I just got it. This is why I'm broke lately. I gotta pay it off. But I got rid of my other car, and I don't know. I'm really excited about it. I'm kind of fixing it up and everything. I've got I pulled out the last of the passenger. So all the passenger seats except for the one up front are been pulled out. I've got the driver's seat and the front passenger seat. The rest of it open van. It's totally an open van. There's like a carpet back there now, and that's it.
Nice.
I'm gonna change her expression.
What the fuck?
Ah, all right, we're gonna leave that as it is. Alrighty. So we're approaching our last 15 minutes, but while we're here, I'm gonna find an invite. Copy. My music slowed down? It totally did. I'll try a different one. All right, posting now in the chat.
What's he
I
done?
might have to turn. The music is getting weird. Okay, hold on. Let me just. I'm gonna pause the music here.
Oh yeah.
All right, posting in the chat. There is an invite to the Gilded server. You may have already seen this invite or something like it on the Marsh Makes Comics live stream. And we're hoping to see a lot more of Marsh building stuff. He's gotten through his, I think his initial course that he's doing, his computer course, and he's getting ready to start branching out and other stuff and coming back to doing comics again, which is awesome. But if you would like to come join us over on Gilded, we've left Discord behind. I'm still slightly on Discord because my
I have friends.
my older, yeah, I've got some friends on there but I only direct message them. I don't really I'm not really participating in any communities, and I found some pretty cool communities on Gilded already that I like. So, but you would be welcome to come join our Gilded. Let me see if I can get this.
She gonna talk to me.
I'm pulling off all these extra lines here. Oof. I think that invite is good for a while. It's So I'll just explain a little bit about the invites. The invites are good. They're usually edited. I think they come out as good for 7 days. We edit them into forever, but we do cancel the invites after a couple of weeks, just because we don't want them hanging around. Because we want to know where people are coming from. For the most part, there's usually 1 or 2 permanent invites that are also floating around. But what we're afraid of is during the crazy NFT boom, which I don't think ever really happened. A lot of people were like kind of coming into communities and saying, "Can I have access to your art for an NFT or whatever?" I still get that on Instagram every once in a while. Do you get those?
Not really. I get different.
You don't have as much like art on your Instagram, do you? Or do you? I'm in there
Not
lately.
on Instagram. Not as much as I'd like. I think they'll change soon. That's gonna change soon.
I feel like Instagram is kind of well suited for it. Somebody mentioned this on Domestika too. That of all the places you can put it, Instagram is probably the best suited.
Put what?
And there's not for art,
Okay.
just for sharing art, just because it's just images. That's all. You can't even put text on there. Like if I wanted to have like a rant or something like that, it wouldn't go on Instagram because I wouldn't know where to type it. Have
you tried Threads? It's kind of.
No, I haven't even bothered with that.
Nah, not really. It's cool.
Yeah. Is it? I heard that it's basically like Twitter, but they censor you more. I don't know what the deal is.
I don't know.
I don't really know. I mean, all right, okay, well, whatever. That's fine. I seem to be doing okay on X. I'm on the X.com. I'm calling it by its proper name.
Yeah.
Welcome to the X.
X. Oh man.
I posted a picture of my Temu charcuterie board over there. All right. I better be on the bubbles layer. I'm not. I hate you. I hate when I start drawing and it's not on the right layer. Sometimes you can fix it, but sometimes you cannot fix it. Oh, shoot. All right. X gonna give it to you. No. Why?
I'm happy with bumping off if you want to continue. If you're about to head off soon.
No problem. I'm yeah, it's going off in about 8 minutes here, so if you'd like to leave now or later is totally cool.
I think these pages are coming out okay. I'm trying to draw like a swarm on this page, a little swarm of alien bees.
I like those. Yeah, is that what those are? They're awesome. They look like locusts.
Yeah, well, yeah. I'm trying to go for a swarm-like feel, but yeah. It's funny, just funny where it comes. It's just funny where it comes from. But anyway, yeah, that's my that's what I've been working on. Good luck with your Princess Pepsi.
Thank you very much.
I'll see you.
Everybody
around.
check out. Absolutely. See you later. Everybody check out. I'll post the link to it. Hang on. It is Duckling Star, the comic series.com.
Mm-hmm.
You can read almost all of it, I believe, there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thanks a lot, EJB. Says those alien bees look great.
Thank you.
Yeah, awesome. There's from EJB, and then Duckling Star, the comic series.com. Yeah, I think those were looking hot.
Thank you.
I like insects. I find them very inspiring. I've been drawing a lot of moths, and I drew a. I haven't painted it yet, but I have a millipede. Do you have these in Australia? I think you have this. Like you're famous for these.
The little ones, little roly polies. You mean?
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
this one. I don't know. Can you see him? I was gonna make like a
Not
giant
quite.
millipede.
You
might not be able to tell what it is.
They're usually rounder than that, I think. But yeah,
We have some that we call potato bugs or doodle bugs out in this country, but
that sounds really cool.
all right.
I gotta go now, man. Take
All right.
care.
You too. See you later. Thanks so much for
See you
being
guys
on.
next time. Cheers.
See you next time. It is 7:55, 7:54, almost 7:55. So we are ending the stream at 8 o'clock. It's a 2-hour stream. Shipe. I did it again. I keep forgetting. I like to use the panel border as my structural. Come on, man. It's a structural piece of the speech bubble. Speech bubbles are not easy. Can we just say that? I did it again. Where is it missing? Oh, it's missing over there. All right. Third attempt. There, that time it worked. And then we're just going to erase this. And then we're going to think about, is there a background that we need? We're going real simple. This is a very simple drawing on this last panel. I'm definitely going to put in, let me get back to the ink layer. I'm going to put in tones on this chest plate. Oops. But it's okay to go with a pretty bold, layout like this, where you just have the two heads where they're talking. The real problem is, what do you do in the background? I've already done nothing, right? Nothing is a choice. So what is the alternative choice to nothing? Well, usually that's something you could do. And I did like a gradient here. I think that the best bet for us in this case, let me get on the ink layer. I'm on the ink layer. Is basically a tree line. Just showing that there might be some trees back here or something. And you can do it 2 tree lines, just like a parallax. If you ever played like one of those parallax scroller video games, like Zelda, you can do 2 like that. And it just makes it feel a little bit more filled out. I kind of want to make her eyes a little different. I could do make her a little bit more determined looking by squinting her eyes a little bit. That might be the way to go. Oh, you know, haha, I know it's missing. She has antennas that I hadn't drawn yet. Always forget. Okay, so this one's going to be off screen. This one will be right here. And we can do some hatching, but because it's a face and because it's, especially because it's a female face, we want to be very delicate with it. There are very few artists that can get away with doing hatching on the female face without making it look really terrible. One of those is Robert Crumb. Robert Crumb's female faces are, they're hatched, but they're done very gently. I don't know how he does it, because I wouldn't think of Robert Crumb as a gentle artist, but he actually is. There's one of the art books that he put out, if you can find it. It's like placemats from a restaurant near where he lives in France, and they're just pictures of people that are there at the restaurant, but they're very well done, and they're they're very pretty. They're just done with like a ballpoint pen or something. All right, this is the other antenna, so we don't have to do anything there. I think I'm gonna hatch a little bit of this antenna. We're right at the time. It's 7:59. The seconds tick away, which means we're about to end. So anyways, thanks so much for coming by. Please like, follow, and subscribe. There will be another Drive-In Saturday every single Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern, which might be Sunday if you happen to live in Australia. And Sideburns is on almost every time. But if you would like to also be on, let me know, and I will. You can definitely be on. Our only real focus is art, not so much the commentary. But if you want to make commentary, you're welcome to, I guess. I don't know. All right. Thanks for being on, and thanks for watching, and I will talk to you later.